you bandwagon Falcon fans who just jumped on the bandwagon and rooting for Atlanta all of a sudden, go digging up old Atlanta jerseys. Look at that, Dirty Birds. How you like that? Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever. You just witnessed the greatest performance in Super Bowl history. Sorry, Dirty Birds. Sorry, Steph G. I know. We still love you, but Brady's the man. Now, Roger Goodell had to hand him that trophy the way he's supposed to after he tried to rob him this whole season. This was a revenge season against the NFL, and we took our revenge tonight. And I hope Aaron Rodgers is watching. This is how you quarterback a football game.
This Lombardi trophy was sent up to public address announcer Alan Roach.
There?
Yep. I used to see him all the time.
Wow.
In Las Vegas. Brady would not be denied. Willie. They gotta cut the audio out. Everybody cussing.
Yep.
The greatest Super Bowl victory in history. I will never forget where I was at.
Super Bowl champion, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and Houston native, Michael Strahan.
There it is, Roger. Look, everybody booing him.
Wonderful football game tonight.
They all booing him.
That's what NFL football is all about.
They won.
Robert
Yeah, him. He
Goodell
tried to
again.
take this away from the Patriots.
And this is your fifth under your leadership, Coach.
Right. He just wanted to get this over with. He's shaking people's hands. He want to get out of
What do
there.
you got to say to all your fans out there that after the first 4 weeks of the season, your quarterback's not starting and to find yourself in the greatest Super Bowl ever played and you're the victor?
2 years ago, we won our fourth Super Bowl down in Arizona. And I told our fans that was the sweetest one of all. But a lot has transpired during the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And I don't think that needs any explanation. But I want to say to our fans, our brilliant coaching staff, our amazing players who are so spectacular, this is unequivocally the sweetest. And I'm proud to say, for the fifth
Look at
time,
this day.
we are all Patriots. And tonight, for the fifth time, the Patriots are world champions.
Tom Brady has motivated me to not take even Super Bowl off. Get out there and continuously work. Never give up. Never give in. It's Tom Brady. How did they do this? How did they come back? 3 minutes to go, they're down 28-3. I thought it was over. I said, this is it. You saw miracle play after miracle play, miracle catch after miracle catch, riding the gallop of emotions. Momentum is so key. When you see a turnover, that's all it takes. But you gotta score to put some type of pressure on the other team. And what was key was in the second quarter when they were moving the ball downfield. New England was kind of making the mistakes on their own more than what Atlanta was doing to them. Now, earlier in the game, Atlanta got away with a lot of holding. I was seeing it all and was complaining about it. Then on one drive, they finally got flagged for like 3-4 holding calls, and people was like, oh, they're trying to cheat to get New England in the game. No, it wouldn't have been like that had they were calling it the right way from the beginning. Atlanta was doing a lot of grabbing after the 5 yards and when players are making their cuts. Brady's trained not to throw the ball when this is happening. So when you see Brady not going out for the ball, or not letting the ball go and getting sacked, is because his receivers, majority of them were being held at the time. So these were known problems throughout the entire game, but they made adjustments at halftime. And I felt Atlanta played not to lose rather than to go out and win the game. And when they got that touchdown and went up 28-3, they relaxed. They relaxed a lot. New England came down and got a touchdown, missed the extra point. Then they got the ball back and kicked a field goal to make it 12. And they're thinking it's the fourth quarter, we'll just get the ball and that's it, we'll run it out and that's that. Didn't happen that way. A key drive is when New England scored that touchdown and got the 2-point conversion and made it 28-20. They got a big play to Julio Jones. They were in field goal range. The very next play, they try to sweep. It goes for nothing. Then they try a pass play. And this is where the experience come in at quarterback. Matt Ryan decides to take a sack rather than throw the ball away. This is what I mean by thinking under pressure. You got to get out of that pocket and you got to protect field position at this time. You cannot take a sack at this moment. But he takes the sack. That's one. In the very next play, they get a positive yard play, but there's a definite hold on the play. Mental collapse. Now you guys are way backed up way too far. Then incomplete pass. You guys got a punt back to a hot New England team. The defense for Atlanta was on the field so much. Even when Atlanta was scoring, they were scoring with big chunk plays. They weren't doing long possession plays. They were scoring in like 5 plays, 6 plays, 3 plays. New England were putting on long, time-consuming drives that were wearing down the Atlanta Falcons defense. And once that started to happen, the game changed momentum. And you saw the fatigue. You saw the wear and tear on the other team. You saw the other teams huffing and puffing, and I'll start to see Atlanta crack. And once they cracked, that was it. They were done. So Brady had them on their back heels, and they opened up the playbook, and you saw different things. They spreaded them out. They kept Atlanta's player, running back, who's normally playing the middle linebacker position. He's out there. He's got to run out and guard Julian Edelman in coverage. So it became bits of, like a problem for these guys. And I just want to tip my hat to the New England Patriots. They made some great throws and great receptions down the stretch. New England went not with Blunt, but with their backup guy who was playing solid the entire second half with White. He was running the ball very well in the second half, and Brady and them stayed with him instead of Blunt. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say they rigged it. Wasn't rigged. You don't collapse and lose a 20-some point lead and expect to get mercy from anybody. You gave up 16 points in the fourth quarter alone. Probably more than that. They scored consecutively 31 points consecutively. They had 93 plays, and I think 46 plays was for Atlanta offensively. You're not going to beat anybody, giving up that many plays. It was good that you guys are getting big chunk yardages, but your defense is not resting. They're right back on the field. And that cost them big time. So once that came in effect, they were done. Tom Brady's the best quarterback to ever play the game. He's probably the best NFL player to ever play the game. So I just don't see how anybody could beat that unit. They're so mentally focused. When it comes to execution, it's very hard to beat them. Very hard to beat them. So right now they need to kill all that rumors. Oh, they don't play anybody. They don't play any schedule. They just beat the best team that was out there in the Atlanta Falcons and their high-powered offense. New England's defense stepped up and made some key plays. It was a lot of great catches. This is probably one of the best Super Bowls I've seen in a long time. This will go down in history. I'm out.